Empire.
The LA Rams live to see another day, and the NFC West becomes even more compelling. That's right, probably the best division in football had another wild and wacky week. It's the Football Jones Podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Mike Jones. Thanks for coming back for another episode. Read me at usatoday.com. Follow me at Twitter and Instagram at @ByMikeJones. That's right, we're talking the LA Rams after they beat the Seattle Seahawks. And just like that, so much in the NFC West has changed. When we entered this week, the Seahawks had taken over the top spot in the NFC playoff standings. But on Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers win a shootout over the New Orleans Saints, and then the Seahawks lose, so the 49ers go from the 5th seed to the number 1 seed, and the Rams knock the Seahawks down to the 5th seed. And the Rams are still on the outside looking in, but they helped themselves. Now they're at 8-5. They've got 3 games left, and this was a very, very big win for them. And so we're going to go inside the locker room and talk to some of those players. We're going to talk to Robert Woods, wide receiver, who had a big game with 7 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. Also had 3 carries for 29 yards as their offense got back on track for most of that game. But then some real insight on just the intensity, the level of pressure, and the sense of urgency. Talking to Eric Weddle, safety who signed with them this offseason after years with the Baltimore Ravens. But I felt like he did a really good job of kind of pulling back the layers and letting us see what was going on and what has changed with this team. Because remember, they were really struggling. They got embarrassed a couple weeks ago by the Baltimore Ravens in LA on Monday Night Football. I think it was 45-6. And their playoff hopes are really dangling by a thread. But they came out the next week, took care of business against the Arizona Cardinals, and then they had to have this game right here. Basically, they're in win-or-go-home mode every single week. And so let's go inside the locker room and talk to Robert Woods about how he viewed this game. He's a guy who was very instrumental last year on helping them get to the Super Bowl and what it was like for him as they got back on track. What does a win like this feel like? Obviously, you guys are in a dogfight. When you come out with a performance like this, how do you describe the feeling?
Normal. We come here expecting to win. I know we're not thinking of it as a big win, or we just look at it as a normal win. Coming out here, playing our game, beating our opponent, and doing what we're supposed to, really.
Gotcha. The stadium was electric. You were running off there. Everybody understands how important each one of these games are. What kind of motivation is that for you?
Just playing our game, being able to compete, and we like big time games. We like Sunday nights. We like prime times, but really just being ourselves, playing fast, getting back to this Rams football way. That's what I'm saying. It's normal. It's just being back to ourselves.
What did it take? How did you guys get back to it these last couple of weeks?
Playing fast, being able to just think less and make the right reads and just go. I think we put a lot of pressure on the defense, and really they're back to not knowing what's coming.
Gotcha. So how was that a weird feeling before when you guys weren't in sync like that?
Yeah. I mean, we had high-powered offense. Just always trying to be fast and get it going and expect to click. But it's a long season, and we know that. And I feel like right now we're clicking right on time, right when it counts.
And how do you bottle this up, carry it over the next game?
I mean, just keep feeding off of it. You take it as a win, and you just keep working. Other than that, you gotta let it go. It's a whole new matchup. You gotta study and get ready to beat on them.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it. All right, so that was Robert Woods, and he kind of tried to downplay a little bit of the sense of urgency. He said now they felt normal, but there was a lot of emotion as he ran off the field. He was really, really pumped up. You could see that. He also was named the player of the game for Sunday Night Football. He downplayed a little bit, but the game definitely meant a lot to him. That was his first touchdown catch of the season. Definitely not up to the standards that he set for himself and what he was last year. But that offense, they started playing faster, like he said. They got the ball out of Jared Goff's hands more quickly. He completed 22 of 31 passes for 293 yards. He did have 2 interceptions. The third quarter got ugly for them offensively, but their defense bailed them out. And so that's why I wanted to go talk to Eric Weddle about the mindset of this defense, because they played at the level that we saw them last year. They played championship caliber football, and they're going to be a big key for if they can win this final stretch. So here we go, talking with Eric Weddle. What has it been like? I know the whole year has probably been an adjustment period for you, just getting adjusted to a new locker room and everything like that. How do you compare how you feel now, how you guys are clicking now compared to just early in the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's always trying to find the balance of who we are as a defense, right? Are we going to be a pressure-packed, a super aggressive defense, or are we going to play more man, or are we going to play zone? What are we going to call in certain situations? And it's kind of been a trial and error throughout the season, and I think we're starting to build. I mean, you take out the Baltimore game and what we've done defensively for the last 6 weeks, I mean, we're starting to find ourselves, starting to peak, and the main thing with us is if we communicate and we get lined up, we're tough to deal with, and it's been a slow process, but I think we're hitting our stride at the right time.
What clicked after that Baltimore game? I know you said everybody kind of looked at themselves, but
yeah, I mean, everyone has a little pride to themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they came in here and whooped us in all 3 phases. So if you don't take that to heart, then what are you? You're playing the wrong sport in the wrong business. So I think everyone took it to heart and realized that wasn't us. That's not who we are. And the only way we're going to get this thing turned around is if we play great football down the stretch. And we got to win them all. And I think when everyone has that focus and really humbles themselves to get coached, to be pushed, great things happen.
What was the sense of motivation like? You guys have played up there in Seattle, and they played well, but then going in, them coming into your house, containing Russell Wilson the way you guys did today.
Well, I think this group is confident. We've had success against them over the last few years, and going against a great team and a great quarterback, they're never out until there's 0 on the clock. So we just felt like we come in there and execute our game plan and play great team ball. Like, our offense has to do their part too. We're not going to just shut them out. If our offense ain't scoring, it's going to be a different type of game, different feel. Then maybe they run the ball more play actions. Like, so, the whole dynamic changes when it's a close game or you're up 14-3 or 20-3. It's a whole different ball game. But man, the toughness of you have that pick 6. What do? We get a stop.
Yeah.
And they get another pick, or they block field goal. What do? We get another stop. Like, that's tough to do.
Yeah.
And I think our guys rise up to those occasions. We just get fired up, and it's fun to be a part of a group that you never see us lull, you never see us get down with ourselves. Like, an opportunity to pick up our team or pick up our offense, we get geeked up when that happens. So that was a proud moment for us as a defense to have some tough things happen, but we bounced back and got the ball back.
Gotcha. These next 3 weeks, it's kind of the similar thing where
sure.
And you guys kind of embrace that as well?
Definitely. I mean, this win or go home.
Yeah.
The NFC is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, look at where we're at. We're not even in. I mean, we got to win as many as we can. I mean, I think 11-5 will get in there. 10-6, I don't think it will. So And we got a tough stretch. I mean, Dallas is going to be tough, regardless of the record. And then we got to go to San Francisco and then Arizona, come back. So we can't get where we want to get if we don't win next week. So that's all our focus. We did our job. The goal was to beat Seattle. And I really feel like this is going to give us some momentum going in the home stretch. This was a huge game for us.
Yeah.
And you could just tell the last 2 weeks we've had energy. We've had that excitement. You could just tell in warm-ups. The last couple weeks just been different, and we just got to carry that.
What was that feeling? Just a kind of a tingling or just intensity? Or
You can just see it, sense it. I told Sean in pregame of Arizona, I'm like, can you feel it? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, this game's over, man. You could just tell we're going to go out there and play well. And
right.
you wonder why that is. You can't really figure point why you get in that mode as a team, and other times you're not. But you can feel it. You can sense it tonight. The balance of our season, and you rise up, and you can feel it in warm-ups. You can feel it in pregame. The focus, the energy. I mean, when we're hyped and we're energized, man, we're tough to beat, and we play well. When we're not, and we're kind of flat, we don't play very well. We get beat. So last couple of weeks, I've sensed it, and we just got to continue that. We got to bottle that up, right? However we do it.
Right.
I got to harness that and take it to next week.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, man.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot for your time.
Brother.
I'll see you. It's going to be interesting. 3 games left. I don't know if they can do it, but they got the Cowboys coming up. That should be a winnable game, even though it's in Dallas. Then they got to play the 49ers. That's going to be the real challenging game. And then they close it out with the Cardinals, a divisional game. But as Eric said, it's win or go home every single week. But this is great football. This is what these guys live for. This is the moments that they want. They'd rather play in win or go home mode every single week in December than being irrelevant and out of it like the Redskins, the Jets, and the Dolphins. And again, I think that the NFC West is probably the best division in football. It's amazing. You have 3 teams that are playoff caliber, and only 2 might get in. And then it's just such a tragedy that the NFC East is as bad as it is, where Dallas and Philly both seem like they don't want this thing. We'll see what happens Monday night when the Eagles and Giants face off. But the door is open for them. Well, that's all we have for this week here. We'll talk to you on Thursday with the midweek episode. Hope you guys have a great day. Again, read me at usatoday.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram @ByMikeJones. And, of course, download, subscribe to the podcast, share it with your friends. And if you have any questions, want to reach out, you can email me at mjones@usatoday.com. Thanks. Hope you have a great day.